In this video, we review a typical IB Math Studies exam question involving arithmetic sequences. Now, we're given the first 5 terms of an arithmetic sequence, which are -3, 2, 7, 12, and 17, and we're asked to find the nth term of the sequence, to calculate the 40th term, and to calculate the sum of the first 40 terms of the sequence. Now, to do this, first of all, to find the nth term of the sequence, we need to make use of the formula for the nth term of an arithmetic sequence. And that's in our IB formula booklet, and it states that un, the nth term, equals to u1 plus n minus 1 times d. Now, looking at our sequence at the top here, we can see that u1, the first term, is -3. So we can go right ahead and say u1 equals to -3. Next, we need the common difference, that's the d in the formula, and that's simply equal to the amount we add to each term to get to the next. And so here we can see from 2 to 7 we're adding 5, from 7 to 12 we're adding 5, and from 12 to 17 we're adding 5. So d in this case is equal to 5. Now, placing both of these values inside this formula, we find un equals to -3 plus n minus 1 times 5. Now really, we shouldn't stop here. We should distribute this 5 across the parentheses. And to do that, it's often easier to write the 5 in front of the parentheses. It simply makes it easier to distribute. This leads it to -3 plus 5n minus 5. Finally, taking care of the -3 and the -5, this leads us to 5n minus 8. And there we go, we have the formula for the nth term. For question B, we need to calculate the 40th term. Well, to do this, all we need to do is to replace n by 40 in the formula we just found in part A. So we can say that u40 is equal to 5 times 40 minus 8. That leads us to 200 minus 8, and finally u40 is equal to 192. Last but not least, question C, we're asked to calculate the sum of the first 40 terms of the sequence. And to do this, we're going to need the formula for the sum of the first n terms of an arithmetic sequence. Now, there are 2 formulae at the IB, but in this case, we're going to use this one. Sn equals to n over 2 times u1 plus un. And here's why we use this formula. S40, the sum of the first 40 terms, would be equal to 40 over 2 times u1 plus u40. And now looking at what we need for this formula, we need u1 and u40, but we already have those. u1 is -3 and u40 we just calculated. It's 192. So all we need to do is place those values inside this formula. And that leads us to S40 equals to, well, 40 over 2 is 20, times u1, which is -3, plus u40, which is 192. This leads us to 20 times 189. And now, using our calculators, if needs be, we find that S40 equals to 3,740. And there we go.